Deepfake case is what's keeping you on here.
Yeah, so the only reason I'm stuck in Korea is because of this gif of two people kissing.
Yes. So it's like unfair, malicious prosecution, you know?
Because the two people that are claiming I made a deepfake about them, which I never created any deepfake, somebody posted a deepfake in my Discord and I showed it to my stream with my phone like that.
So Johnny Somali just walked into court, lied to a judge's face, and somehow made his already terrible situation 10 times worse.
Look, me and my Korean girlfriend. Look, you see? Y'all jealous, y'all getting like this. Look at me, y'all really wish y'all had it like this.
And honestly, watching this man self-destruct in real time is the most satisfying thing the internet has witnessed all year. So Johnny's latest court date just happened on October 29th. And let me tell you, this wasn't just a loss. This was a complete and utter annihilation. We're talking about a man who thought he could manipulate a Korean judge the same way he manipulates his chat. But here's where things get absolutely wild. The trial was supposed to include testimony from 3 key people: Johnny, his roommate Hank, and Bongbong, the Korean streamer he made deepfakes of. Except Bongbong didn't show up. She was chilling in Australia, living her best life, and apparently told her stream that her lawyer said she didn't have to go. She literally said, "I don't care. I don't want to waste my time for Johnny Somali." Imagine being so universally hated that your own victim can't even be bothered to show up to your trial. That's not just an L. That's a legacy-defining moment of irrelevance. But the show had to go on, so the judge worked with what he had. And this is where Johnny absolutely torpedoed himself. Because according to legal experts and people who were actually in that courtroom, Johnny's testimony was a masterclass in how to commit perjury while thinking you're being clever. First off, this man lied, like repeatedly, blatantly. He kept saying, "I don't know," and "I don't remember," to questions he obviously knew the answers to. When asked about distributing the deepfakes on YouTube, he tried to dodge by saying the police already verified he didn't make them, as if that matters. Because here's the thing, in Korea, distribution is just as illegal as creation. But Johnny kept clinging to this "I didn't make it" defense like it was going to save him. Then he had the audacity to claim that Youngman, the Korean streamer, distributed the deepfakes first, which is just objectively false.
What happened now was Johnny pressed charges against Youngman. Youngman is one of the people who pressed charges against him for the deepfakes. So currently Johnny is facing 2 counts of deepfake charges. One is from the Korean streamer by the name of Bongbong, and the other one is from the Korean streamer by the name of Youngman.
There's literal video evidence of Johnny showing these deepfakes on his stream.
Look, me and my Korean girlfriend. Look, you see? Y'all jealous, y'all getting like this. Look at me, y'all really wish y'all had it like this. This why y'all wanna get me? This why? You Korean incel. This is the reason, because I got Korean who is giving me that fucking mushu. Yeah, that's what you...
Bragging about them and humiliating Bongbong in front of thousands of viewers. But sure, Johnny, blame the victim. That's definitely going to help your case. Oh, and it gets better. He also claimed that Youngman leaked his address, but then immediately said he didn't even know his own address, so he couldn't confirm if it was actually leaked. Like, bro, the judge is sitting right there. You can't just contradict yourself in the same breath and expect nobody to notice. But the absolute cherry on top of this disaster Sunday was when they asked him about the baton incident. You know, when Youngman allegedly assaulted him. Johnny called it the scariest day of his life, but somehow couldn't remember any important details. He couldn't remember who brought the baton and couldn't provide clear testimony about what actually happened. Which is convenient, because there's video evidence showing that Hank, Johnny's own roommate, was the one who brought the baton to the confrontation. So either Johnny's memory is conveniently selective, or he's just straight up lying to protect his friend. Either way, the judge wasn't buying it. And then, and this is my favorite part, Johnny tried to submit video evidence on the spot. Just pulled it out during his testimony like he was presenting a TikTok compilation. Except that's not how court works. Now, as you can imagine, the judge repeatedly told Johnny that his story didn't add up. He kept asking questions Johnny clearly didn't want to answer. So it was basically a judicial roasting session, and Johnny was getting cooked on every single point. But Johnny wasn't done embarrassing himself. Oh no, after all of that lying and dodging and general foolishness, this man stood up and asked the judge for an expedited trial. He He literally said, "I have family and obligations in America. I want the right to a speedy trial."
I want to ask you if there's any way we could do expedited trial, because I've already been here for over 1 year in travel ban. I have family, I have obligations in America, and I want to have the right to a speedy trial.
I'm sorry, what? This is the same guy whose own parents have publicly rejected him. His dad literally told him to stop going to other countries and messing with people. His family wants nothing to do with him, and Johnny himself has admitted on stream that his parents are more pissed at him than anyone on the internet.
My family disowned me. My dad told me, "You caused the whole world stress. I'm ashamed to be your father." The only thing I'm really tripping over is because my dad told me he does not want me to have kids. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just go back to crashing out. Y'all don't like me anyway. Yeah, I'll make a new family.
So for him to stand there in court and claim he needs to get back to his family, that's not just a lie, that's insulting, that's manipulation, and the judge saw right through it. The judge calmly denied his request and dropped an absolute truth bomb. She told Johnny that some foreign defendants have been waiting in Korea for their trials for up to 2 years, and that Johnny's not special.
I feel understand your situation, but more things happen to other alien defendants who have been around in this country for more than 2 years for pending trial.
So he's going to wait like everyone else. That is just the most beautiful judicial shutdown to hear. I mean, the judge basically said, "I don't care about your feelings, your fake family obligations, or your American entitlement. You're staying here until we're done with you." And let's talk about Johnny's lawyer, because he's equally as useless. This man spent 30 minutes arguing about a charge Johnny already pleaded guilty to. He tried to claim that the Lauder World incident shouldn't count because the ride was only shut down for 10 to 15 minutes, not 30 minutes like the prosecutor claimed. Except that argument is completely irrelevant, because in Korea, obstruction of business doesn't require a specific time frame. If you disrupt normal operations for any amount of time, you're guilty. It doesn't matter if it was 30 seconds or 30 minutes. Johnny shut down that ride, caused security to respond, and made lewd comments in front of children. That's obstruction, period. So the judge didn't buy that argument either. He just shut it down immediately, and rightfully so. But here's where Johnny's situation goes from bad to absolutely catastrophic. Because not only did he lose on every single point, not only did the judge deny his request for a speedy trial, but the next court date got pushed all the way to February 11th, 2026. That's over 3 months away. And that's not even the final trial date. That's just when they're hoping Bong Bong will show up to testify. And if she doesn't, they'll push it back again and again. Because here's the thing. Bong Bong doesn't care. She's already shown she's willing to skip court dates to travel. She was in Australia this time. Next time, she might be in Peru or literally anywhere else. And every time she doesn't show up, Johnny's trial gets delayed by another few months. So I know we all thinking the same thing right now. She should not show up just to cause further delays. But anyways, let's do the math. Johnny's already been stuck in Korea for over a year. The next trial is in February, which is 3 more months, and even if Bong Bong shows up, there will still need to be closing arguments, additional testimony, and eventually sentencing. Legal experts are saying this case could easily stretch into summer 2026 or beyond. That means Johnny could be stuck in Korea for 2 years minimum, maybe longer, and then he might still end up in prison on top of that for who knows how long, all because he refused to apologize, kept lying, and thought he could outsmart an entire legal system. And the best part, even his tough guy roommate Hank is cracking under pressure. During the trial, Hank requested to testify in a private room because he was scared of the spectators. This is the same dude who acts hard on stream, who brought a baton to a fight, who talks all that trash. And he needed a safe space because a few people were watching the trial. You can't make this up. These two clowns thought they could intimidate a Korean judge the same way they intimidate random people on the street. And they got absolutely humbled. Oh, and after the trial, someone tried to interview Johnny, and instead of showing any remorse or self-awareness, he lashed out and started insulting people's families. Because apparently that's what you do when you're losing. So where does this leave Johnny? He's stuck in Korea indefinitely. His maximum sentence is still 12 years. His minimum has been reduced slightly after settling with Youngman, but he's still facing serious prison time. And every day he spends there, he's just making it worse for himself. The Korean legal system has made it clear they're not in a hurry. They don't care about Johnny's fake family obligations. They don't care that he's tired of being there. And they're certainly not going to let him manipulate his way out of consequences. Because this is what happens when you spend months harassing people, disrespecting an entire culture, and acting like rules don't apply to you. Eventually, reality catches up. And when it does, it doesn't just tap you on the shoulder. It body slams you into the ground and makes sure you stay there. And honestly, he deserves every second of it. This isn't just justice, this is karma in its purest form. Sometimes the universe gets it right. And watching someone who built their career on chaos and disrespect finally face real consequences, that's not just satisfying, that's beautiful. So yeah, Johnny Somali just found out he's never leaving Korea, or at least not anytime soon, and the judge made sure he understood that in the most humiliating way possible. Welcome to the consequences of your actions, Johnny. Hope you packed enough clothes. But what do you guys think? Does Johnny deserve to be stuck there for years? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.